Hello everybody once again, this is AikawaKazu and welcome back to another Bloodline video where we are going to review another unit. Today we will review a 5-star unit which is Slayer Riya, a water element warrior. I'll also share how you can get your own 5-star Riya towards the end of this video. For context purposes, my Riya has limit break one time and is at level 67 with a level 10 ultimate. Alright, let's go on and take a look at her basic information and some of her pros. I'll also be sharing with you some of her cons as well later. Her ultimate skill, Holy Trust, causes severe water damage to a single target and lowers the enemy's healing by 50% for 2 rounds. Later on the right, or maybe earlier, you will see a looping video of Riya's normal attack and ultimate skill on various targets. The healing debuff doesn't really matter in Arena since it is random targeting, and in Vampire Sanctuary you'll most likely use a Slayer Riya's ultimate to burst down a fire or dark element target instead of utilizing the healing debuff. In quest dungeons though, against some healing bosses like Linda and Archangel Yuri, it is useful if you time using her ultimate on even rounds, so that when the bosses heal on the third or every 3 rounds, it will actually minimize their healing effect. But Kazu, why burst down a dark element target? As you can see, Riya has a very awesome talent, alright? In a quest to kill 100 heretics, Riya studies the weaknesses of the dark side, increasing damage to enemies from the dark side by 50%, so I think Riya will do very well in Star Wars. But yeah, Riya actually deals 50% damage to dark element units, pretty much the same amount of damage increase against a weak element, which is fire. Which is why Riya is very strong. It means that she is dual element. That's what they actually call her. She's good against 2 types of elements compared to what most units only have, which is just 1 element. And being strong against 2 elements is one of the main reasons why Riya is a very good 5-star unit. So her talent is really what makes her such a good unit to have. And finally, her leader skill increases water element party members' damage by 50%. So if you're looking to build a mono element squad with all water element heroes, her leader skill is useful. But since my squad is not consisting of mostly water element heroes, I don't usually use her leader skill. I only use it when I need to burst down a key target in Vampire Sanctuary, where I really need to squeeze out all possible damage. Sometimes against War Maiden, sometimes against other targets. Most of the time against fire or dark element units, you wouldn't need to use her as a leader since she really gets 50% increase in damage on top of the advantage that she has against the element as well. So if you really want to use her leader skill, I correct myself, so that's not on top, but she really deals 50% more damage to either the dark or fire element units. So unless you really want the extra 50% more, you don't really need to use her for leader skill. Most of the time I find myself using little 4-star leader skill more often, which is the 10% damage increase and 10% damage reduction, for a more balanced approach for my squad in Vampire Sanctuary, in quest dungeons or arena. So I don't find myself using Riya's leader skill a lot since I don't have a water element based lineup. Alright, all seems very beautiful and great about Riya, but what exactly are some of Riya's cons? The obvious one will be, against thunder element based units, but which thunder element based units? The main hero that you'll find yourself having trouble dealing with will be against squads with 5-star ultimate link. Leah, even though she can do a lot of damage, is not a problem because she's known to have very low HP pool, so you can burst her down with other units. But 5-star Ling, she deals additional damage against water element, and she takes reduced damage as well, so you cannot burst down the 5-star ultimate Ling fast because she has, above average HP and defense, and the longer she stays alive, the more damage she'll probably do to your Riya. Because Riya is a warrior, so if you look at your drop skill, warrior has increased chances of being hit, so chances of Ling actually attacking a Riya is very high. So as more rounds are being played, chances are your Riya will take a lot of damage. So Ling, 5-star ultimate Ling, will definitely be one of the problems that you'll face. And if you don't have an earth element based assassin or archer in your lineup, you might find yourself having issues to dispatch of the 5-star ultimate Ling very quickly, and most of the time you'll find yourself killing off the Ling as the last member, like you will kill her at the end in Vampire Sanctuary, and that will mean that she might be able to get off her ultimate. And if she gets off her ultimate against your 5-star Riya, chances are she might die, or you will lose easily like 10 to 15k, like she'll be near death. Alright, and that is not good in Vampire Sanctuary because you don't want to use your your potions very early on, and you will definitely meet some 5-star ultimate link squads along the way. So Riya not so good against Ling. Alright, Riya not so good against Ling. So for my account in Oath of Dawn, right, I have a 5-star God Bow Gen, and Ling squads actually are no problem at all with 5-star God Bow Gen. So you can take into consideration Ninja Spring, or God Bow Gen is pretty good because her talent also increases female parties damage by 6%. So it's a pretty good unit to have in conjunction with Riya. Alright, since you will increase your Riya damage by 6% as well. So you can get a God Bow Gen to counter 5-star Ultimate Link lineups, and it should be good against Leah as well, because I think God Bow Gen will be able to kill a Leah 5-star Leah on her own pretty much. And finally, if you're looking at future content, alright, if you're looking at future content like unlocking the fate of Riya, which you do not have Tower of Fate right now, but if I recall correctly, Riya's fate gives her 10 fury every time she's being attacked, alright, and her defense increases by 10% for 3 rounds when this happens. So as a warrior, she'll definitely be attacked pretty often, so her fate will allow her to survive longer while being able to dish out more ultimates, or faster ultimates. Like if you look at Arena, most of the time you don't see any unit using more than one ultimate. Most of the time you'll see like 3 units die off, and the last 2 units will be the one that will be able to dish off the ultimates. So Riya will definitely be able to dish out her ultimates earlier, or even more than one ultimate. And according to my friend Kenshi, who has been studying the China's Bloodline meta, alright, Riya is actually still a pretty decent unit to have in light and water/light squad for arena defense. So Riya can be one of the units that you can consider for even late or end game at the moment. So take that into consideration as well. And last but not least, overall Riya is really well-rounded. If she has high HP pool, look at mine, 17,000 HP. She has 4k attack and 4.4k defense, and she's definitely very useful against fire and dark squads. And many players, they're using Lilo, they're using Ron, and they're using Vengeance Maika. And Vengeance Maika, mind you, is one of the China meta late game units as well that can deal a lot of damage. So Riya very strong against any dark units, alright. And her ultimate is okay, it's only severe damage. If you look at Leah's description for ultimate, I believe I remember it to be like ultra massive single target. So she do not have that ultra massive, she only has severe, but still pretty decent, against fire or dark element units. Most of the time being able to one-shot them most of the time. But as mentioned, she doesn't do very well against thunder element units such as 5-star Ultimate Link. So if you really want to use her in your lineup, either build a water light arena defense, or try to get a earth element based assassin/archer that can fit well within your squad. Alright, and now people will ask, but Kazu, you got your 5-star ultimate, no, your 5-star Slayer Riya via your first 10x gem summon. How will I be able to get my own 5-star Slayer Riya? So the obvious way that people will tell you to get a 5-star unit is to save up to 150 crystals, and then you buy 5-star Riya when she's available on the upper row of the Divine House. But fortunately for us in Bloodline, you can actually farm her 3-star Virgin Fragments very early in the game. You're looking at Chapter 1 Challenge Mode, the Nun and Night stage, where you can farm 5 of her fragments every day, alright? It is not going to be easy, or is it going to be fast, because you need 30 fragments to craft each of a 3-star version. And to get a 5-star unit while building from a 3-star, alright, you need a total of 6 3-star Battle Riya units. This means that you need to get one 3-star Battle Riya, level her to 35, and then while that's happening, you're farming for another 3-star Battle Riya to use her as evolution material to get your first 4-star Riya, and then you level that to level 50 while getting your next 4 3-star Riya, so that you can evolve them to 2 4-star Riya in the same manner. So that will take a lot of days, alright? So the number of days you'll need to do that is actually, I've done the math for you. You need a total of 36 days, so about 1 month and a week, alright, of farming in challenge mode, assuming you're, you know, free to play player, because VIP 8 players can actually reset a challenge mode limit once per day, so they can halve that time. So 36 days to farm a level 50, 36 days to farm a 5-star Riya. Alright, so Kazu, next question, you know, but Kazu, you know, is there another way to get a 5-star Riya? What if I've actually farmed her, you know, via, you know, getting crystals instead of fragments? So there are various ways to farm crystals in Bloodline. Some level 2-star monsters and evolve them into 3 stars and then sell them for 3 crystals each. But that method requires a decent amount of gold because evolving from 2-star to 3-star costs 100,000 gold. So imagine doing that 50 times. That is 50 times 400,000, that's 5 million gold. Alright, that's pretty fast math right there. And the other method you can do is to farm 3-star heroes that only require 10 fragments to craft. Alright, heroes like Blood Demon Rin or Mon Dagan can be farmed as early as Chapter 1 Challenge mode. Since a 5-star unit requires 150 crystals to exchange, with this method, you know, you can get 3 crystals every 2 days, alright? And 150 crystals will take you 100 days, which is slightly more than 3 months, about 3 months and close to 2 weeks. And this is not considering that, you know, if you do daily tasks, you actually get 1 or 2 crystals. Or, you know, maybe you save up, you know, another 10 gem summon during that 100 days. And you sell away any other 3-star unit you might get, you know. Sometimes you get the 3-star unit from flying chests that you just sell. Alright, so just slightly less than 100 days for 150 crystals. For you to give you a choice of any 5-star unit that you can buy on the upper row of the Divine House, versus 36 days of farming Riya fragments for a 5-star Riya. So it depends, alright. If you want to keep your options open, like you're not sure whether you want to get a 5-star Riya, like you want to get another 5-star unit, then go for the 100 days farming of 150 crystals. But that means that you're not farming illusion dust, you're just farming a lot of magic dust, and that's like hardcore try hard crystal farming, alright. And the crystal farming method doesn't assure you a 5-star Riya, since, you know, sometimes she can appear at the bottom row, and if it appears in the bottom row and you don't have a 5-star Riya, you cannot buy a 5-star Riya. So personally, I'll suggest the farming of Riya fragments first to acquire your first 5-star Riya, and after you have done that and you're like mid to end game and you don't have many other things to farm, like you do not need illusion dust anymore since your Ron is 5-star, your Lilo is 5-star, you can spend your time trying to build up 150 crystals so that you can limit break your Riya if you need to, which appears on the bottom row of the Divine House. And yeah. Also know that, you know, if you purchase a 5-star unit directly with crystals, you save the materials and gold you will need to use when building a 5-star Riya from scratch, which is quite a bit, because every time you evolve a 3-star to 4-star is 250,000 gold. You need to do that 3 times, that is 750,000, and then evolving from 4-star to 5-star once will cost you 800,000 gold, so it's about 1.5 million overall when you try to get a 5-star Riya from scratch. I think that's about it. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, you know, by now you should know that Riya loves you. If you did, help me out by giving this video a like, leave behind a comment on why you think Riya loves you. Subscribe to the channel as well, and as always, thanks for watching once again, God bless, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. Goodbye.